Hey, I'm Spektor Baal. I am a musician and also an occultist. Usually on this channel I talk about magic. I talk about astral projection. In this video I'm going to be talking about music. This is also a music channel. I post the music videos that I make, also the music that I write, and the gear that I use. I love gear. I love analog gear, and I love talking about it. So, in this video, I will be talking about the Auratones. Right above the Auratones are the head type 20s, but this video is about the Auratones. If you like what you see, consider subscribing to my channel and click on that notification bell to be alerted when a new video is available. And also consider subscribing to my Patreon page. It will help the channel out a lot. So, what do I think of the Auratones? Well, this is actually my third pair of Auratones. My first pair was Avatone. Auratones did not come out yet. I've read about them, but people in Gear Sluts recommended, well, you should check out the Avantones. They're just clones of the Auratones. So, I saw an ad on Craigslist. I went to the person's house that didn't live too far from me, and I saw the Avatones sitting on the Focal Solo speakers. He had a great setup. I don't remember the other gear he had though. And I turned on Alice Cooper's Poison. Why? I don't know. I was in the mood to hear it through the Avatones. I liked what I heard. I was thinking about getting the classic Auratones, but I didn't want to go through the amp, speaker wires, so I decided I would go with the Avatones. I liked them. I thought they sounded okay. Speakers are not really supposed to sound great on purpose, but they show you how the music sounds in the real world. So, I bought them, I think for about 400 bucks. I brought them home. I enjoyed them, but then I sold them. I didn't think that I needed them anymore. My other pair of speakers at that time was the Unity Rocks. I love the Unity Rocks. Great pair of speakers. Don't know how the MK3s are, but I had the MK2s. Time passed, and I went to AAS. I always go to AAS in New York when I have a chance. I love to look at gear. And I saw Auratone is back. So, I went to the booth and I listened to them. I was like, wow, they're back. You know what? I need to get a pair of these. They didn't have their own amplifier. I didn't know what to get. So I got a Halfer 150. No, wait, not a Halfer 150. The hell am I talking about? I got a Crown 150. And it sounded okay. The combo was okay. I think a lot had to do with the amp. And I decided to work on them. I mixed about 40 to 50% of my Ancient Serpents EP on the Auratones with the Unity Rocks. And I'm pretty happy with the results of how that came out. Time passed, and do I really need them? I don't know. So I sold them. And after a while, when mixing, I started to miss that I did not have a second speaker to check my music on. Also, in the back of my head, I know that 95% or 90% of Thriller was mixed on them. And that bothered me a bit. I'm like, man, I probably need these speakers just to have. So, I decided to buy this pair. And I really love the wood finish on them. My previous ones were black. So, I saw Auratones, speaker cables, and the new Auratone amp. I'm like, hey, this might be great. Auratone made an amp for the speakers. One set, I don't have to look for an amp. So I bought it. When mixing on the Auratones, you want to make sure that the mid-range is clear, that you could hear everything, that everything sounds separated. Don't pay attention too much to the highs or the lows. Just make sure you pay attention to the mid-range when mixing on these speakers. And also, they balance the vocals perfectly. The kick, the snare, and the vocals come out really good on the Auratones. And then switch to the bigger speakers. See how that goes, and then switch back. It's a great combo when you do it this way. these are my thoughts of the Auratones. Auratones are a real-world reference. Not everybody has a pair of head type 20s or focals or dynaudios. Do I think you should get the Auratones? Well, yes. I think they're a needed tool in the studio. I think they're important. I do suggest getting it with the Auratone amp. I think they did a great job. Anyway, I will see you in the next video.